humiliation which was done to the black from 16th century to 19th century. 3 centuries when they took the slaves. They undressed them in front of the other slaves, men, women, and children. They took them in the tower and attached their legs to 2 houses in opposite directions. They put them the fire, then whipped and beat them until all the other slaves who was attending become afraid. They didn't kill them because they know and they were aware that without the slaves, reproduction would be impossible. They tried and they forced it to put in the mind of the slaves that they are their only masters. The slaves are not masters. The slaves are here only to fulfill and to execute the orders of the slave trader. Slave trader like White Lynch. He was the one who all the slaves were afraid of because his method was so tough. He was even called to some locals where slaves were to control slaves. The verb to lynch is formed by his name. His method was so simple, but brothers, so diabolical. He kept the slaves strong, physically, but weak, psychologically. He strengthened the body, but weakened the spirit. So, brothers, it is ludicrous, nonsense, and even rubbish to say that we must forgive the slaves, the slavery, because we need here to be developed. We do not need here. If here is quick, no matter how here it is, we go along by here, but we do not go along. The spirit and the heart, you get it too. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Hi, name is God. We're talking about slavery. And let me tell you that we get 2 kinds of slavery. The first one was done by the Arabian people. Let me explain what it is. Yeah. At first, there was Arabian slavery. They came in Africa. They had been taken our grandfathers and grandmothers for 5 centuries. Between the 9th to the 14th. They went with them to Arabia to put them in army as far as men are concerned, and they take women as men. But this kind of slavery was not so odious. They used to do exchange with African people. They were practicing a kind of commerce, if I can express myself as. But the odious thing is the Atlantic slavery. And before continuing, let me turn back my spirit. You know that people from Europe are so odious.
They also, they took our grandfathers and grandmothers to America. They sold them there. And they didn't even turn back to Africa to share what they gained there with African people. What a gorgeous thing, people. This thing is so gorgeous. Ain't it?
It is.
Yeah, thank you very much. They humiliated them. And every day you see in Africa. Yeah, thank you. Every day you see in Africa, people fighting it out. I mean, if you walk, you see in Africa people dying from famine. And all these bad things are consequences of slavery. So you know what? If slavery had not been, thank you. If slavery hadn't been, would African people have suffered all these consequences? Of course, no. And as Bob Marley said in the Redemption song, let me get up and to make a kind of tribute for him. All the pirates, yes, they robbed us. Sold us to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took us from the bottomless pit. Shame here that Europeans have robbed Africa. They took slaves from here to America, and for me this is a so big crime towards humanity.